Hello, everyone, to welcome tonight's session of the watery grave. We are now freemen, and tonight's session we have our regular group minus Ashclar and Baron. Dede's characters passed away in the last session, so he had to make a new one.
When?
Why don't you go ahead and introduce that character?
I'm having trouble. Hold on.
Okay. You'll just stare at the camera in awkward silence.
Ta-da! Oh, thank you.
Character introduction, if you can.
Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty.
Oh, 1 second.
I only heard the last two words, like character
I said,
introduction,
yeah,
so I guess you're talking about me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, and given to the events of last session, I will be playing a new character. My new character is Korba Chevalier. Chevalier. She's at the moment. She she was a land maiden that was driven away from her quiet life, just tending plantations and livestock. Sorry, I need to update that. She was driven away by another greedier landlord who sought to transform the land of the island where she lived into a multitude of factories and facilities for his own profit. She attempted to unite other property owners of the island against this person, but she was summarily shamed and ultimately sold into slavery. Brigantia, the goddess of rivers and livestock, impressed by Corva's actions, told her that if this man wasn't stopped, her whole island will become a black landscape of cold and factories. So she granted her blessing, and said that, but she also said that she needed to prove herself a little more before she could call herself her champion. And that's where where my character is at right now. I had been sold to the Stigander farm, approximately the same amount of years, the same amount of time the other party members have been in there. And I'm now looking to further up. To prove myself to this goddess and to eventually return to my island and free it from this man's influence.
You should write that under the character goals.
I have it on my character backstory.
I know it's we all know it.
But yeah, so like under the objectives, like you scroll down and then there's
I know. It's just that it was something that was added recently.
Okay.
So I'll do it by the end of the session. Don't you worry.
Okay. And then Nova, a great DM, may pick a person to be the general for the last session.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick myself.
Okay.
Alright. Well, welcome everyone to the Watery Grave. Last time, you guys were still thralls, slaves of Master Steganter of the Steganter farm. While many of you desired freedom, freedom seemed like a very risky proposition for you all. Should you try to flee, you didn't really have anywhere to go, and the seas themselves were quite dangerous. Instead, you opted to try and gain favor with your master, and perhaps speed up the time in which you would acquire your freedom. You also wished to improve your lot in life. Recently, the farm was being attacked by a lot of animals, wolves in particular. Not wanting to wind up like Brent, the other thrall that you saw slaughtered right in front of you. You guys took the fight to the wolves, coming up with a plan to build traps and try to ensnare the wolves with them. Upon the traps' constructions and placements, the party went back to the cabins to rest in hopes that their efforts would pay off by the morning. All save for lone Sylvia, who decided to stay and watch over the traps. Unfortunately for Sylvia, in the dark where she hid, she placed herself right between the traps and the wolves that were drawn in by the bait. It was no time at all before the wolves found her, and she was forced into a 1-on-3 battle for her life. She was able to lure 2 of the wolves into the pits before she finally succumbed to the trap herself and the wolves. By morning, the party found their slain comrade, as well as 2 traps with wolf corpses inside.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how dangerous it was, the party resigned themselves to their fate, working diligently over the next 3 years. They garnered favor with Steganter and eventually were able to purchase their freedom. We're going to pick up in the spring after the fall of your release. You have been given an acre of land, farmland, into which to farm, as well as live. A cabin has been constructed for you, and for the thralls that work the land. As freemen, you have the right to come and go as you please. Though, if you'd like easy money, working the farmland for Steganter is the likely option. Fortunately for you, Steganter has allowed his thralls to be utilized in the working of the land. And so there is really nothing for you to do other than to not get in their way. Upon your freedom, you all received a lump sum of gold ceramic coins that you were then able to use to purchase equipments and items from your prior life. It's now come to your attention that this is not your home. This is a place you were brought to in chains, and many of you have places you would rather be. But to do that, you need a ship worthy of sailing the seas. And so you have approached Steganter with your need, as neither one of you has the coin individually or even all together. And it would likely take you years more to acquire the sum. While Steganter at first proposed you simply join a crew of existing travelers, merchants, corsairs even, the party decided that was not for them. After 3 years of being a thrall, you guys didn't feel the need to immediately subject yourself to someone else's rule. You wanted your freedom for true. So, you worked it out with Steganter. Because he likes you, he's going to go to bat for you guys with some of his old contacts.
Okay.
See what sorts of work and or potentially a ship he can scrounge up for you guys in exchange for your efforts. But he made it very clear to you that he expects continued favors in exchange. One in particular came up. The wolves that have been coming out of the forest are still coming. Not necessarily wolves solely, but the animals are restless. It's dangerous to go into the forest still, and the thralls occasionally fall victim to their incursions upon the farm. So, he's asked your capable bunch to see what you can do about it. The guards of the farm did eventually track what they believed to be the source of the problem, though the last men to go that way have yet to return, merely leaving behind their intent to go there to investigate, never to be heard from again. It's been several days since that time, and so your request to Steganter has prompted him to request your aid in the matter. With little other options, you guys take him up on his request. All it is a little investigation. What could be so hard? And now that you guys have the funds and have equipped yourselves, you feeling more than adequate to handle a handful of wolves. And so, you guys begin your adventure in earnest, this time as free people.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I like how I said, "Oh, it's just a handful of wolves. What could go wrong?" Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong in the deep dark woods?
There's a lot of things that could go wrong. I'm not gonna lie there. Anyway.
Ooh,
Ooh.
birdie.
So, we are now in the forest.
Oh, so much green.
Pretty.
Okay.
Ooh, a herb.
So,
Oh yeah, so I'm assuming Deadeye's new character was also became part of our party since they were freed at
Yes.
the same time? Okay.
or at least similarly enough that Corva was allowed to join your lot.
Yeah.
You guys
She
were
probably-
aware of her while you guys were thralls, and while she was freed after you, you had no problems welcoming her into the fold.
That's fair.
Okay. But yes, you guys enter the forest on a very, very wet and rainy day. The forest itself is not far from the homestead. In fact, it encircles it and has to be cleared every once in a while to expand the farm. You literally walk out your back door and are merely yards from it. As you enter the forest, the downpour of rain subsides and hits the canopy. You occasionally get sprinkles upon your faces, but you are not soaking wet.
I don't
You are able to track your way through the forest, and you're all keeping your eyes peeled. The forest itself is dense and thick, very much wild and untamed. You occasionally see a path or a sign of a logger or a hunter passing by, but little else. Because of the rain, most of the animals have preferred to stay indoors, or at least in whatever they call a home. You do not hear the animals, as the rain is drowning out any sounds they would be making, assuming they were making any. And you guys proceed to walk for some hours. Unlike a true jungle, the canopy itself is not so thick that you can't see. Sunlight still breaks through the clouds above and through the canopy enough that you guys are able to make your way. And because of how dense the underbrush is, you're not afraid of slipping on mud or anything like that. You can easily find your way.
Nice.
After some time of travel, you eventually come into a clearing.
Well, it's
You
still
do not-
raining.
You do not see anything in the clearing immediately, but then you hear it. The sound of something big as branches and underbrush get crushed, making a very distinguishable sound over the rain. And you hear
I do not like the sound of that. I'm gonna draw my
That makes
weapon.
2 of us. How about we hide for a bit?
Yeah.
I think it's a little late for that.
Nova didn't give us much time.
Okay. Do you all see the map?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
No, why am I
Okay.
in front?
Is that?
We can place
Oh,
ourselves
that is
however
not a
we-
boat.
Can we
What
get
the
a
hell is
moment
that?
Can we get a moment to place ourselves however we want?
Sure. Within those 6 squares.
Nice.
That's
Within
no.
those 6 squares.
There you 6. Dixie.
Looks like Jacques in front. Cool.
Those 6 squares.
Jack.
Eh.
You gotta be
Can
within
you
those
hear-
6 squares.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay, thanks. Because I was having issues.
Okay.
Everyone can go ahead and roll initiative.
Hold
for
on,
me.
I'm going to sneeze for a bit.
Going to sneeze for a bit. It's a lot of sneezing.
10.
I said that because I can't quite sneeze. And it's painful.
Oh, you didn't press your initiative button. You also make sure to click your icon, otherwise it won't count. Yeah, I clicked your character.
Yeah, there's an initiative button to the right of the armor class.
Oh, GG.
Fancy
Oh,
that.
There you go. Oh, it shows up.
I've
Jack,
natural
you too.
20. Natural 20s always go first, right?
In this, ability checks do not crit, so Corva would technically go first. The real
Yay!
question is surprise. You see, because of the heavy downpour, you could not really hear, and because of the underbrush, you could not very well see. So the real question is, Corva, as you are the only one that could have potentially seen or heard this beast before anyone else, I'm going to need you to make a roll of perception check with disadvantage because of the heavy downpour.
Oh, great! The odds. Oh,
That's pretty good.
that's
That's
pretty good actually.
Also,
Yeah,
Jack, you're not
16.
on the turn order.
Oh yeah, that's the board.
Blixie, Jack,
Eh.
you're not in the
Can you
turn
hear
order.
us?
Damn it. I thought I rolled. Okay.
You did.
You
but
have to click on your token.
You have to click on your token as well.
Yeah, go ahead and click on your token.
I did that.
Okay, now roll initiative.
But then take the first number.
No, initiative just does one roll. See, now it'll show up.
Okay, there you go.
Ta-da!
Okay. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, it is everyone.
Now, Corva, because of your decent roll, we're going to say that as you guys were coming upon the clearing, you, standing in the front, obviously, were able to catch wind of the boar first. So you may take your turn, and the boar does not get a surprise round on you guys.
Yay!
Yoo-hoo!
Good job.
Okay. Something's coming this way. Scatter around. And can I ready an action and move, or is it one or the other?
You can do both.
Nice. So I will move just about here. And then I will hold my action to make an attack if he comes within melee range of me.
Okay. All right. Well, it is the boar's turn. So it immediately stampedes towards you guys.
Yeah. I'm wondering why Jack decided to go be right in the middle. 'Cause that's a good idea.
Okay. So immediately stands up, and it is going to fall within your range. Go ahead, Corda.
Alrighty. Oh, fuck.
You will miss. It is going to charge you.
Hello from the.
You're good. You're good.
Starting off good.
It's good.
Yep. This is my destiny, and that misses.
Well, the problem is Nova's first roll was a natural 20 for this session. That's never good.
Okay.
Doesn't feel
Don't
good.
jinx it. Knock on wood.
I have no wood around me.
Press
All
wood
right.
is fine.
Job, it's your turn.
I wish to dart into the bush and, well, hide.
My meat shields, where are you going?
Wow.
Wow.
I am not much of a meat shield. I'm pretty thin.
Now, something to keep in mind is that anything off the beaten path will be at difficult terrain, so you'll want to be mindful of how many squares you're actually moving.
Mm.
Okay, you can move there. And we'll say you duck behind a bush. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are feeling stealthy. Anything else?
Don't think I can make it a sneak attack, so
Well, I think
Well-
you're a level 2 rogue, and so while I'll encourage you to actually know how your character works, I believe
Okay.
you can use cunning action at level 2
Mm-hmm.
to hide
I-
as a bonus action. So you can still
That's-
take your standard and attack with advantage, assuming the beast is unaware of you.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I was gonna use the hide action, cunning action to hide.
So you're gonna.
Yes, you
You're
are
already
definitely hidden. So now,
You still have an action.
Okay. Yes. Would like to attack with a dart and also add on a sneak attack to that if I can.
are darts classified as
Finesse?
they're
Or-
ranged.
well,
Yeah.
they're ranged. They still
They're
work.
ranged. So
It's
it works.
finesse or range.
Go
It's
ahead, Jock.
under simple weapons,
Mhm.
which I have an advantage on.
So go ahead and make me a attack roll, please.
With or straight, right?
Your 18 is
And
going
then
to
that
hit.
would be a if I was gonna add a sneak attack, that would be a 1d6 plus to that.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Okay,
roll the
so go
damage and then
ahead
you
and
add
roll.
it on top.
How about if I ask you, you speak, Deadeye? Jock, go ahead and roll damage.
So you can just click the,
Which is
you just click the dot button. Wait,
Same
on the
thing to you,
chat.
Gwen.
I'm confused.
All right. Do you see where you rolled the 9 and the 18?
Yep.
Below that, you'll see the word darts. I want you to
Yes.
click on that. You rolled 6 damage. Now, because of your sneak attack, I also need you to roll another d6 on top of that.
There you go.
Okay. So
Oops,
you have
sorry.
rolled a whopping 10 points of damage on this beast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, keep track of
That'll
how many darts you use, as you will eventually run out.
Mm-hmm.
Ren, your turn.
Okay, I'm not muted. Okay. I'm a little spooked by this boar, but I'm just gonna shoot at it.
Okay, fire away.
Spooky board.
Your attack will miss.
No!
At least it will stick out of its hide and seem ineffective at the raging boar, which is several times larger than a normal boar. Very dangerous. You may have encountered some of these in your hunts, though you doubt you would have taken it on alone.
And it's focused on Corvus, right? Or Corvo, or Corva?
Corva happened to be what it ran into first. Hard to say if it has its sole focus, as you just put an arrow in its hide.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
So,
kind of.
Ren,
Sorry.
Deadeye, did I ask you?
Shut.
Ren,
Yeah, I
what
know.
is your turn?
So I am going to just continue standing here and hope that the board doesn't continue going my way.
Okay. Trevor, it's your turn.
Is the ground beneath it wet?
Yes. The ground beneath everything is wet.
I'm going to use peace. Nope, wrong one. Shape water.
Okay.
I'm going to use that on the water beneath it. I'm going to freeze that water.
Provided there are no creatures in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So freeze the water beneath on this square.
Okay.
Mm,
Anything else?
From there, I will move here.
As you cast your spell and the water does start to freeze, the boar seems to step gingerly in that area. You think it may be a bit more cautious.
Mm.
Nexia, your turn.
Alright, I'm just gonna move straight over here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have 35 movement?
I have 40 movement speed now.
Okay, that is fine.
And would this count as a flanking advantage?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use my quarterstaff for one hit and then punch it for another.
Fire away. You will hit. Do damage for me, please.
Alright. Was there anything I was supposed to add that was a plus to that?
Go ahead and do your offhand. Oh, you didn't add your strength bonus?
Oh. Wait. Wouldn't it not be dex? Yeah, it'd be dex on damage rolls. I forgot to add that in. That's +2.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that.
And then second hit with my fist.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
6.
Okay. You believe you have effectively bloodied the beast as your fist pounds its hide. You think something's breaking inside.
Ugh.
Corva, it's your turn again.
fine sound. The crunch.
Is it how audible is this punch?
Oh, it's loud enough that Nixia heard it.
Mhm.
Not so much you, as the downpour of rain falling over everyone's head.
Okay. Nice. I don't have to deal with that in character. Is knocking a creature prone an action that I can take?
Yes. Yes, it's called Bull Rush. You can make a regular attack roll. Oh wait.
Oh, but it
Ma-
requires a
make it-
strength.
Yeah, make a strength, aka athletics roll, and that should do it.
Okay. Yeah, I will desist on that strategy, given that I am Not very. I have null arms, as many of my party members.
Noodle
Oh.
arms, no.
Oh, I have advantage from flanking.
It's true. You may go ahead and do the crit damage.
Woo! Oh my!
Fix that.
So you do 13 damage. Okay.
I'm going to try and
It's
get that
still
flanking bonus
standing.
going on.
Oh wow.
Anything else?
No, I think we are pretty well set in how we are right now. So I will not move, and I will end my turn with then.
Okay. Well, the boar is going to go ahead and go, and it will attempt to hit you. Corvo?
You mad boar?
And it will hit you.
Ow. Wasn't a crit though.
Dealing 9 points of damage.
Hard, hard a lot though.
Holy shit.
Okay. After that, it's Jacques' turn. Jacques, because of the attack, you are no longer hidden.
I am going to rush forward and stab him with pointy thingy.
With a... Nice. That's generally what you want to do. Use pointy
ahead.
things to stab.
You will successfully hit. Go ahead and do damage. Okay.
You get a sneak attack because we are next to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
Mhm.
go ahead and roll for more.
Nice.
And you successfully kill it. How do you bring it down?
I pretty much gore it through the head and body, just down to the ground.
Okay. And it happens just so. You rush forward, your rapier piercing through its head, and it slumps to the ground with a mighty thump.
I will pluck my dagger back off, or my dart back off of it.
Unfortunately,
That's
your
not how it
dart
works.
has been lost. Because it's
Okay.
ammunition, half rounded down is always lost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Aw.
okay.
Well,
Noted.
rounded up, technically. But anyway.
Okay, noted.
So, mark the ammunition, and you guys are out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Can you remind me how long and does a short race take? 1 hour?
30
Takes
minutes.
an hour.
Mm,
Takes an hour.
Short rest is 30 minutes.
Okay,
Take
can someone explain how crit damage works for me?
sorry?
How does
Go
crit
ahead and
damage
go
work?
around the table. Ren, what would you like to do?
I think we should examine this beast because it's pretty spooky looking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you can do a nature check to discern what it is, or perhaps a perception, if you wish to notice anything visible.
Perception is
Investigation
better.
may work. It's not about what skill is best, it's about what sort of information you wish to know.
Yeah. I'll try nature because I want to know what it is. It's not gonna go well.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, in your days running around the forest, you don't recall running into any of these guys. You do recall finding smaller boars, but this particular boar was not the sort that you ran into. And Nixia, anything you'd like to do?
Let me think. What would be a role to check around the area as to what would be the reason it would straight up go after us?
Well, There's nothing in the surrounding area that would be like, you know what? Someone's telling it to do this. It's just a boar here. So you imagine all your clues are likely in the boar or in the surrounding area. Do you wish to look around or do you wish to investigate the boar itself?
I want to give a look around the area.
Perception check then. Because of the deluge of water coming down, your perception checks are with disadvantage. But the 11, you're feeling pretty certain you don't see anything around that might encourage the boar to behave in this way. But again, it's heavily raining. Hard to say. Corva, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah. Right now I'm pretty much holding my shield over my head to cover from the rain and rubbing my arm from getting hit from the boar. And I'd like to suggest if we could. Well, I'll do it in character. Sorry. I I I I got I got a pretty bad hit from this beast. Uh, I I don't think this is a good moment to rest, right?
You're not hurt that badly, are you?
I think he moved my shoulder. I heard a crack or something.
Do you not have healing magic?
I do. It's just that I would like to see whether you would be willing to stop here to make use of it or not. Well, while you decide, I guess I'll try to make make the most out of this beast carcass. I wonder what.
Hold. I want to check something.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead. Then we can maybe salvage some of the meat, as long as it's not laying here to rot and just be completely wasted.
Well, no, I do enjoy some good boar now and then. Hold on, Jacquees. I would like to check this thing first.
Calm your whiskers.
Oh, aren't you using that as a weapon? Doesn't anyone have a more appropriate knife to cut this?
Anyway, before that, Trevor wanted to investigate the body. So what exactly do you wish to do with the boar itself?
There are two things I wish to do, but the first and primary thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check if there's any sort of things that could denote it's being tampered with by non-natural sources.
Spooky.
What would be an example of an unnatural source?
Arcane symbols carved into its body, anything that could denote magical influence.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Nice.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing on the body that would suggest that it is a magical creature or that it was tampered with by a wizard or some such using arcanic symbols or sigilry.
A weird sense of intelligence on it. Perhaps it's simply... what's the word? Smarter than the average boar.
Anything else you wish to do, Trevor, before your friends proceed to bag it and tag it?
Dice it and slice
I
it.
don't think that's an actual saying.
It is.
No, I'm talking about what Trevor said. I was being in character.
Oh, sorry.
I am going to have to. I'm unsure.
Well, how
Well,
about you give me an investigation check, Trevor?
That'll work.
Okay.
ta-da!
This boar is indeed an animal. There is nothing overly remarkable about it other than its massive size. You think by checking out its mouth that it has likely been gorging on meat, though what sort of meat is currently lost to you. But as the way, considering the way the boar charged you, you imagine that it probably has had people at some point in the recent past. Additionally, um, there does seem to be a certain manic nature about it. Something that you observed as it was attacking blindly. While it's not uncommon for boars to charge, for a boar such as this to charge a full group of party and to have no fear or back down or try to flee, you feel that there was almost a malevolence in it. Something urging it forward that you do not have the means of explaining. That's all you get before Corva and Jacques begin their task.
Mhm. Um,
While you skin it, could you sort of do a bit of an autopsy to see if there's anything interesting inside of it?
Like within the skull, mostly?
uh, I, I
Perhaps look
guess,
in the stomach as well.
I
And
guess we could do that.
So who's the one doing the skinning? Looks like
Jacques.
Jacques is. So Jacques, go
Um,
ahead and give me a survival check. This will dictate how well you skin the boar and separate its various parts and pieces.
Corva, you're a woman of the holy.
Well, Jacques,
John.
while it is normally good for chickens on the farm, this beast would have taken a little more effort and care, to which you proceeded to stab first, ask questions later. The guts are in a disarray, a veritable soup as it pours out upon the rainy earth. And you make quick work of its hide, which has already been badly damaged from the wounds inflicted by the party and whatever else may have came across the boar in recent past. It smells horrible. Despite the downpour, you can still smell it. However, none of you are cold.
uh,
Milady Corva, you're one of the what do they call those? The holy, um, the
I
god-wise inclined.
am aspiring to be. Yes. What would you want of me, Trevor?
Do you, hmm, would you be able to see if there's any sort of extra, well, not extra planar, that'd be more along the line of a wizard's pursuits. Something deity-wise that would be possibly
Oh,
malevolent? I'm unsure how to explain this.
oh. Don't worry. I understand what you mean. Did you sense? Did you find something that will lead you to this?
This boar seems quite maddened, and with the local flora around us being as lush as it is, there had to be something odd for it to want to go and start attacking humans. Especially with
Yes,
the
I'd agree on the smell alone. Do not worry, I'll see what I can do. Then Korva will kneel next to the boar and make use of her divine sense. See if maybe there is some extraplanar influence on it.
Okay, go ahead.
I expanded my hues, and the actual feature is here.
Within range, none of those particular creature types show up on your radar.
Hmm.
You sense around in the forest and perceive no celestials, fiends, or undead.
Because the one that had the malevolence was already dead.
hmm Well, at least that discards that this thing is not undead. So there's that. Unless it doesn't count as an undead after we kill it, which will be kind of weird, but whatever.
You do not detect
I'm
any
afraid.
undead.
Yeah. hmm I'm afraid I can't quite point out what is wrong with this boar. Oh my god. The corny jokes.
It's dead, Jim.
It's not a joke, it's for real, it's not undead. It won't show up on your radar. It is dead.
No, it's just that it's going in the Roll20 chat.
He no.
Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter, actually.
I'm just imagining Jacquees' fur right now and how red and bloody it's getting with the rain. It looks like a wet cat, and there's blood mixing in with that white fur. You look fucking gross right now.
Wait, what? Look like what?
You look gross right now. Your character looks gross.
There's a little bit of blood.
What's that?
Go ahead and ping it again for me. If you would like to go over and investigate it.
I mean, it looks sort of like an entrance to something.
What's what?
Oh,
What's that?
you might be right. I
Well,
thought.
since you guys are so hesitant, I'll just tell you. It appears to be the hovel of this creature.
Ah.
I figured.
Oh.
Can I look inside?
Yeah, you can look inside. It looks like there's just enough space for the large creature to get in out of the rain and nestle down. You see bits and pieces of what it likely had to eat recently. Some of it, perhaps a bit longer drawn out, sitting there, like bones and things.
Can I see if
Otherwise,
it has anything in its lair? Like any objects or...
Perception check me.
Loot check.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing in there that you would deem valuable.
Alright.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break.
That was fast.
And
10-minute
we'll
break.
resume.
These are a lot of fast breaks.
So, how far have I gotten with the boar so far?
It smells really bad. It apparently is
Like,
much bigger and.
Are you asking what
sorry.
you get from it?
I'm just asking in general, how far have I gotten with the boar?
Oh, you took it to dinner
Oh.
and everything.
The job's done.
Yeah.
You butchered the thing.
And she got nothing from it?
Hey, I can fix your shoulder, Deadeye.
How may you do that, if I can ask?
Hello, your lore. Hey, we have a lore in my channel, in my chat room.
Deadeye, who you're talking to?
I'm talking to you, and you
Ooh.
haven't answered.
What'd you say?
Oh my god! You said I can fix your shoulder.
Your character's shoulder. Jack Cleave can fix your character's shoulder. You know, bloody hands and
Ow.
all, if you want. I got a med. Well, can you fix something like that with medicine or no?
You can.
Oh,
Well, it's not literally that there's something wrong with the character. It's a roleplay way of saying, "Hey, I lost 9 health."
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, can I help with that 9 health? Is
Not
what
with
I'm saying.
Medicine is
No.
only for stabilizing people.
Mhm.
God damn it!
Yep.
You
And
need magical healing
Or
And
potions.
or potions.
Or
I
just give it
can
time.
maybe make one.
don't worry. I have some healing. I'm just waiting to determine whether we take a break or not.
I
I guess
think
not.
it just would have been funny if my character covered in blood just walked over to your character and just snapped your shoulder back in place or whatever is wrong.
I mean, that
What's
can
wrong with
most,
you?
Blood and all.
There are two ways for that
I'll
to
be
work.
back. I'll be back.
There's two ways for that to work out. Is that
Okay.
you do it on a short rest by spending hit dice. This is what heals you. And
He
then
had to go.
a long
When?
rest. I know, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Because you don't. I'm not sure if you know this or not.
I wouldn't think I did.
Yeah, so you can spend hit dice on a short rest to heal yourself up. The hit dice is depending upon your class. For example, I have a D8 in hit dice, so I can heal up a max of 8 hit points per hit dice I use. We have 2 we can use right now because we're both second level. And a long rest heals you up to full, right? I think that's right.
Back with food.
Queen, is that right?
Hooray! I have no idea. I mean, we can look it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that seems to be right because that number changed because I had put a 1 over my hit dice and I got a 2. So.
Yeah, so now you get 2 hit dice.
Yeah. Wait, so if you use 1, then that's it? Or you can
If
use
you-
2 at a time?
You can use 2 at once, but you won't have it be able to use. You can't.
Hey, I didn't take any damage this time.
I didn't take any damage. The only one who took damage was Deadeye. Yeah. Also, when it comes to hit dice, those only refill after a long rest, which is like 8 hours or more, if I recall. A short rest is apparently an hour. I thought it was 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's in the handbook. It says a period of downtime at least 1 hour long.
I popped my elbow. It sounded weird, but it was satisfying.
Yeah. Are you okay there, Gothic? You kind of not really paying attention much.
Sick. I really like my attention span is even worse.
Okay. Try to keep you focused, okay?
I'm trying. It's proving to have its difficulty.
So you
Welcome back.
regain hit dice upon a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And
That is correct.
A long rest
God.
can be up to 8 hours.
at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
A character regains all lost hit points after a long rest.
Yep.
So, we're waiting on Deadeye, right?
Or wait until
Mm.
we wait 10 minutes. We have 10-minute breaks.
Probably should go get some water really quick. I'll
Go
be
get
right
your
back.
get you some fucking water. That sounds like a good idea.
That's not gonna help with my voice, huh?
Hello, FGN. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. 1, 2, 3.
Who? What?
Obama came back.
Yes, I am.
Oh, I think it said Obama. Like, what?
No.
Yep, Obama's here. I'm bringing the change. Oh, wait.
For some
got 350?
reason, it's
No, not 350.
I have 50 followers, but it doesn't recognize me for having 50 followers. It's weird.
How do you have 50
Probably
followers?
'cause
I have 50
Christ
people following me. I'm getting popular.
Krusty Krabs.
So be happy for me.
I'm not saying that I'm not happy, I'm just 50?
Yes, 50. I've been getting popular. It's been working.
50 what?
followers.
Wow.
Yeah. That
How
means
many are watching right now?
usually 4 or 5. And that's all I really need to reach affiliate. I need 4 or 5 viewers, consistent viewers for my streams, an average of them, anyways, and 50 followers. I have 50 followers now.
Yay.
Basically, I am one step closer to reaching affiliate. Means I'll start actually getting paid soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's people actually watching us then.
Yes.
Not really.
Not technically. I mean, you can't hear them, so they're technically not here.
Oh,
But
they,
no
they
offense
talk
to
in
those
chat.
listening.
They talk
Yeah,
in chat.
I know.
So
No offense. No offense to anybody listening. I'm sorry.
they talk in chat, and I can talk to them because I can type. Oh, big
Yeah,
big
I know you
McLarge
can type,
Shoes 78 just got offended by that gothic.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did I just
I'm
walk
only
in?
saying this for those who have anxiety like me.
It's okay.
You know, the idea of people watching me, just pretend they're not there, you know, it kind of helps. Sorry.
I'll make sure not to tell anyone is watching whenever we're streaming.
Has it been 10 minutes yet?
Took a break at 8.
Almost.
It's one. We got 1 minute left if you want.
Oh, wait.
I think we're. Wait, is Deadeye back?
I am.
So everyone's here.
Hooray!
Here.
Everyone's here. We can start again.
Okay. Make sure everyone's gotten their poops out. Here we go.
Yay.
Oh my god.
So, you guys are out there, whoop, in the downpour, with the forest canopy overhead, giving you just the slightest bit of protection from the elements. It's warm out, there's not much of a breeze in the forest, so it's not like you're cold, just wet. The boar has been massacred, and you guys are now left with your original goal of finding the cave that you were told about. So, are we ready to move forward?
Yes.
Yes!
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm
I
going
believe.
to-
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move forward.
I believe I will make use of my lay on hands to heal myself.
All 5 points?
All 5 points.
Okay.
So we got
So
no
I'm
more.
back to 8.
So we got no more
What are you
healing.
doing? Correct. All the healing is gone.
Yep.
What's that, Trevor?
I'm going to use my shaped water to remove the water from my clothing.
Okay. Are you actively casting that over and over again to ensure your dryness?
Every half hour or so.
Okay. Just to prevent yourself from chafing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a dragonborn. I have scales. I don't really have to worry about that.
Well, you guys press on in the rain. It is kind of wet and miserable, but you realize quickly that because of the rain, many of the animals that you likely would have came into contact with have chosen to stay in their burrows. With the exception of the
Except-
boar, you have encountered next to nothing hostile. Every once in a while, perhaps a singular wolf or something appears, but overall, nothing that would get in your way. Eventually, you guys come upon the cave entrance that you were told about by Steganter, that was relayed to him by his men that had been exploring the forest. The cave itself is nothing special, merely a hole in the stony cliffside. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. No blood, no bodies. Nothing to even say that people have really been here from a glance. Though we'll go ahead and let Anixia give us a perception roll. It will be with disadvantage, though.
Okay.
So with a 12, you barely make out the signs of animal tracks. Because of the rain, Most of these have been washed away. You see puddles where larger animals have stepped, but nothing to
Can I discern what
add
the tracks are?
That'd be a nature check. Perhaps Ren would like to take a look.
I mean, I was going to roll survival. Wouldn't that work?
Ren can roll survival.
Oh,
Go ahead,
survival.
Ren.
Yes, I like survival better. Oh.
Okay.
You discern that you see some wolves and or other canine-like creatures. You see some hooves, suggesting perhaps goats or more likely boars and other swine. There's tracks of other animals, though nothing of serious note. So, shall we go in?
Sure.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
not
you're
really
the
a
GM.
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in.
I mean, no, I want to go back to town and not have to deal with this bullshit. Of course I'm gonna go.
Well, it's definitely an option, but I mean, that just means
I will
more
still
stuff
again.
at you. All right, let's see here.
Who's taking point?
Not it. Uh-oh.
Guys,
I
as
guess-
soon as you enter the lip of the cave,
Deadeye and Corvo will take point.
you are
Me and Corvo.
overwhelmed with a sense of shut your mouth. You are overwhelmed with a sense of dread. You feel it in your entire being. No rolls are necessary. Something bad is in here. You feel it. Your feet immediately begin to squelch beneath your feet. The ground itself is uneven. Looking down, it's red and dark, and you see the occasional crunch, kind of like bone snapping as you step on it. The walls and floors and ceiling all around you are suddenly a hellish landscape. You feel warm, very warm. Walking through hours of rain doesn't seem to affect you anymore, as you're almost too warm. You hear it. Other squelching sounds of things moving about in this horrible place.
Anyone got a torch?
Something is here, but you cannot see it, with the exception of Trevor, who has dark vision. All of you.
And, Ren.
Oh, okay.
The Rangers have the ranged eyes.
Wait, does someone light a torch?
I called a ding in the chat. If I may, I would like to once again use my divine sense while we are inside of this cave.
Okay. Well,
I'm
it's not
down.
your turn yet, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go ahead and move you guys in.
It's dark.
I see.
Sure
Oh,
is.
there we are. Ooh.
Let me go ahead and see if I can drag you guys in.
Oh,
It's so
shit.
dark.
That's quite a lot of blood and bones.
Oh, you're gonna really see. Damn.
You should be able to see as well, just a little bit.
Yeah, I can see my square right here.
You should also see the surrounding party members, just a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. So yes, as you have clearly noticed, it is indeed dark in here. But you think you hear something. So we're going to go ahead and switch into initiative. You don't necessarily see any threats, but your sense of anxiety and hostility is very strong.
Oh.
So we're going to go ahead and just keep things in order.
Damn it, you didn't pull it up in time. Okay, that works.
Alright, try that again, guys. Those of you who already roll, go ahead and just add your numbers in. Or reroll. I don't care. Either one works.
I don't know how to edit it. Oh, I can edit it now. There you go. Fixed.
How does Anixa have a 20?
Because that was the first roll I rolled.
Ah.
I had to roll 3 times.
Okay.
Come on, Coin. It's one number different.
So, Nixia, you see what you see. It is dark. What do you do?
I'm going to prepare a dodge action and just say, can someone light a torch? Let's see what we got going on here.
Okay. Jock, you feel very unwell. In fact, you feel so unwell, you fall to your knees. Go ahead and give me a con save.
A save?
Yes, a con save. On your character sheet, there's a box that has saves in it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click on con for me. Okay. It's a very good con save. You thought you were about ready to lose your lunch, but instead, you pass out.
What?
Kitty nose is too strong for the smell.
As it does indeed smell like corpse. Lots and lots of corpse and rot. Pretty horrible.
Mm.
And you are unconscious on the ground. Corva,
Yay,
what do
in
you
the
do?
disgusting ground.
Given that my vision range is kind of limited, but I am still close to
Jacques.
Jaquez. Thank you. I see her fall, and I kneel to her. Oh, sorry. I see him fall and kneel over to him and try to shake them. I just wondering what the hell happened to them.
Okay. You shake. You pick Jacques up just a little bit. Kind of sit him up, perhaps, in your arms. Nothing seems to wake Jacques. Would you like to use your action to try and wake him up?
Yes.
Okay. You shake him a little bit. Perhaps just light taps on the face or something. Nothing rouses the tabaxi.
Oh, shit.
Trevor, what do you do?
I suppose that since I'm able to see through what they cannot see, I'm going to step between Onyxa and Ren to keep a lookout in front of them.
Okay. It's 1-2 to step over the tabaxi. We're going to go ahead and move the tabaxi to the back.
Yeah, you
Alright.
can
3.
get to. That way you can.
Oh, I had no trouble clicking on her and sending her to the back.
Yeah, I was moving myself up a little bit so you can do that.
Okay. Anything else, Trevor? Oh, you actually want to push her body back.
No, isn't Kova holding Jacquees right now?
She's within 5 feet of the tabaxi. She can hold her from where she sits.
Okay.
Or him, right?
Him.
This is all blood and bone. I am going. Be counting as blood, not water. to use. Probably not, actually.
I'm going to institute a timer on your turn if you do not take an action quickly.
I am going to simply stand watch.
Ren, it is your turn. Your comrades are uncertain. One of them is already unconscious. Who knows what is ailing him? What do you do?
I would like to light a torch and hand it over to Trevor.
You have lit a torch. Allow me to give you guys a torch.
Praise the sun. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Like this whole-
Oh my god. So...
That is awful.
I'm making sure that all of you have permissions on it to use it.
Hmm.
Okay, everyone should be able to move the torch as you see fit. How about... There we go. Alright. So that was your action to create that and then pass it off to Trevor. Anything else, Ren?
I feel like it would be a bad idea to move forward since we hear something. So for right now, I'm going to stand here.
Okay. Before Nixia takes her turn, you guys do hear squelching sounds coming closer. And you hear another sound.
What sounds? Sorry?
The sounds he's making.
Oh, yeah, but...
Are there roots in the
You do
top of
not.
the cave?
You do not see any currently, even with the torchlight illuminating it for you.
This is a really big cave.
Okay. Anixia, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna try and rouse Jaquith.
Okay.
Popping.
Go ahead and spend your action.
I'm gonna pop some. Take my water skin of meat, pop it off, pop the cap off, and try to wake Rouser with alcohol.
Okay.
Him.
In her unconscious state, she immediately begins to start choking. You think you may drown her if you continue.
I wasn't drowning her, I was just wafting it into her nose. I wasn't trying to pour the water on her.
Okay. Then nothing happens.
Damn.
Anything else, Anixia?
I'll slap her.
It's the same action. So the point is, you spend your action.
No, because I
trying
get a
various
bonus action for
means.
unarmed hits.
That you only get that if you use your main action to make an attack.
True. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anything else? Like a
s-
move.
Yeah, seen that fail. I'm gonna be cautious. Take a step forward.
Okay. Jock.
Yes.
Something happens. Let's see.
Well, what happens?
I think he's-
attempt to show you.
He's searching stuff.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay. Do you see
Oh,
that,
okay.
Jock?
I see it.
Okay.
Oh,
Your eyes flutter open, and you see before you what appears to be a cave. And you see dark mounds all around you. Ahead of you, you see what you see here. Anything you'd like to do as you are currently lying prone?
I'd get up and cautiously approach.
You immediately stumble over the mound right in front of you. It appears to be a person. Would you like to inspect?
How obvious is that other thing that I was initially going to?
What thing? Can you
It-
ping it for me?
she's in another layer, on another map.
She is. Shit. Oh, no, she's
You
not.
see that very clearly as it is illuminated.
Well, I'm not too concerned what I'm tripping over then.
Very well. At a difficult terrain pace, that is, you half your movement, you may move forward. However, you use half your movement just to stand up, so keep that in mind.
Oh, then, how far would I be able to go?
Well, what is your total move speed?
30.
Okay. You use 15 feet just to stand. You may now move 15 feet forward. However, because of the darkness and, like I said, the mounds around you, you'll lose half of that. So you can actually only move 1 square forward at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You may take the dash action if you wish. This will allow you to move another 3 squares at reduced move.
What is going on?
We don't know.
You'll
Not,
see eventually.
I don't know if I should use that. I'm not gonna use that. I got a feeling I'm gonna need it later.
No. I'm not talking about the Tabaxi run. I'm talking about the dash action, which is an action everyone can take.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice your main action, your attack action, to move some more.
Oh, okay then. I'll just
Yeah,
move.
so you can move 3 more squares if you like. Okay. Before you just make out, obviously they're on the ground, not moving, not making a sound, but there is a certain pulsing that you feel as you get closer. It's drawing you in. All right.
Oh no.
Corva, back to you guys.
Hello. Okay. I believe that this will be a fine dandy time to use divine sense, like I said, like earlier.
Go ahead and pop it.
Yep.
You can make 3 of those or 4 of those a day.
4. It's 1 plus my charisma mod.
Yep. So go ahead and just pop it into chat for me.
Today.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I pressed it again on accident.
Sensing around, your character is overwhelmed before you even make the divine sense with a sense of dread and evil and malice. It's all around you, beneath your feet, in the walls, in the ceiling, potentially even in your comrades. It's hard to say. Anything else?
Oh, that's
Also, is
literally-
that a action?
Yes, that is an action. Also, I will. Is this place difficult terrain?
Nope, you can move normally.
It's just
I
very
will move
gross.
here with Onyxia and shall end my turn here.
Okay. Trevor, it is your turn.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to try and hand off the torch to Onyxa.
No problem.
Okay. Torch has been passed.
Wait, where did I put it?
Oh,
It's over there. Okay, it's on me. Question: Who's
Anything else, Trevor?
Nope.
Ren, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm thinking we need a little stealth. We need to do some scouting. So. I'm not muted. Oh, okay. And then. Nova?
I am here.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, okay, so I have 35. Okay, let's just peek around the corner. Uh-oh. Okay, let's peek around this corner.
Hello.
So, since I'm stealthed, he can't see me, can he?
Oh, he
I
can totally
mean-
see you.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Stealth
you
doesn't
literally
work once
step.
you leave cover.
Oh.
Alright, so, because you took the time to stealth, you blew your action. You don't have any actions, but I believe you still have move. Anything you wish to do?
I'm going back around the corner.
there
Okay.
was a thing you could do called using perception to peek around a corner, right? Couldn't you do that?
No.
Oh.
Like her peeking around the corner made her visible. That allowed her to see. So that is what it
Okay.
is. Alright. It is the antagonizing force as it makes itself known. Lumbering out from the darkness straight for you. It will attack you, Corva, as this skeletal looking creature stumbles out of the dark with an evil grimace and ragged gear slashing at you.
All right. Guess the Ryan starts to work.
It will hit.
Grumble, grumble, gripe, gripe, grumble.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
You take 5 points of damage as its short sword slashes across your body. You
Mm-hmm.
hear the sounds of more creatures coming forth.
Oh, but hold on.
Okay. Since he made it, he's gonna attack as well.
Oh, of course.
And that will hit you right on the nose.
Don't die on us.
Another 5.
You're already unconscious? Damn.
Wait, are you?
You wanted a tank? You got a tank.
It's a weak
Okay.
ass tank.
Onyxia, it's your turn.
Take my quarterstaff. Over here. Still staying this guy's range, but out of this guy's range.
Okay.
And strike once.
You hit. Roll me damage.
And strike
Okay. Deal a
twice.
hefty blow.
natural 20.
Go ahead and what? A whip?
I got a natural
Oh,
20
okay.
and a 1 on that roll.
No, he is.
Go ahead and roll me damage, please.
6 plus 2.
And that will demolish this. Your fists and staff are a whirl of motion, each hit smashing and cracking the bones to dust as the whole thing collapses before you. Any other moves?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just looking at the next one.
Jock, we're back to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm being drawn towards this thing, I suppose.
Yes.
Obviously, those two things, which makes me not want to touch it. So, do I do an
You tell me what you do.
like to see if that thing caused the two on the ground. I don't know what to roll for that.
Investigation check would work.
Oh, crap. Okay.
And I would require you to move probably a step closer so you can at least get hands on. If you're just standing back there, results may vary. Okay. As far as you can tell, it would seem to be the cause, though exactly how, you're not sure, as you're obviously more or less fine, other than the horrible feelings you have, and it continues to pulse. Each beat you feel in your heart. Just this sense of dread. Anything else?
Uh, I'd like to see if that stone thing, whatever it is, the orb, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if it's coming from there, but that'd probably be arcane, wouldn't it?
If you're trying to discern if the feelings you have are coming from what you see,
Yes.
right. That'll take another action, and you can do that on your next turn. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Corva, I'm going to need a death save from you.
Uh-huh. There
One
goes.
success. Trevor, your turn. There appears to be one more enemy before you.
I suppose it would be beneficial to expend it to keep him away from the currently downed ally. I'm going to use one spell slot to cast Magic Missile.
Okay, go ahead and roll the darts for me, please. Okay, you deal a whopping 12 damage? No,
Mhm.
13, 14?
11?
11,
9,
11
10,
plus 3, so 14 damage. Yes, you destroy this one outright as your bolts fly through the air and repeatedly bombard it, blasting it into a dusty heap.
Nice. Nice one, Trevor.
As far as you can tell, the enemy has been subdued, though based on what you hear and what you feel, you're almost assured that there is more. But where are they? Anything else?
I am going to move first this way and then over here to get a good vantage point for a spell if I see another one. Oh! I am going to move, finishing it over here.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to forewarn them of the location of an enemy.
Go ahead and ping it so they can be generally aware.
How do you do pings?
Hold
You-
your click on the target.
Yeah, your left mouse
Yep.
button.
Just click and hold. Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys are aware of that. Ren, it is your turn.
I would like to try and do some medicine on our friend.
Which one?
This one.
Okay, go ahead and make me a
I see
medicine
how it is.
check, please.
Well, I mean, I don't think I can do anything for you. Oh.
I don't think I
No,
can
you
do
can't.
anything for you.
Unfortunately, you're unable to close the wounds. Blood forth from Corva. You start to panic.
Uh-oh.
Okay. It is their turn. And they will come.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Oh.
Cut that joke.
Okay. They appear to be armed. Scraps of armor and short swords, made of a material none of you have seen before. Anixia, your turn.
How do I know what a cone shape looks like?
For your fire breath,
Lightning breath, but yeah.
I thought it was in a line. Is it a cone?
It is a line.
Then a line it is. I'm assuming you're breathing purple
Well-
frost?
No.
Lightning?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
I'm thinking about using though. So that's why I'm looking at it. Let's see here. Oh, okay, it is a line.
Yeah. Like, lightning breath that branches out like fire? That's a new one.
Let me check something here.
Me and
Vomit
Brandon.
lightning on him! Yeah!
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
I believe it has to make a con or dex save, which is it.
Dex save. I'm gonna
you're
move
just gonna...
move right here so I have a straight line hitting them.
Yep. That'll work.
Just shoot lightning at them.
Okay, go ahead and roll the feature for me so I know
Oh, the
what
torch
the
goes.
DC is.
Oh,
There's the torch.
Okay, I don't actually have it macroed because I wasn't gonna use it really much.
Oh, well, mistakes were made.
The DC
I will
saving
go
throw
ahead.
equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier. So 8.
So what's your
10,
con mod?
10. 10 is my total.
10. Alright, con saves it is.
It's a dex though.
First one. Oh, it's a dex save?
Yes, it's a dex save.
Okay. One saves. The next fails. Obviously the one that saves takes half.
Okay, so
Go ahead and roll your
it's
damage.
8 plus my constitution plus my proficiency bonus. What would be my proficiency bonus for this?
2.
2.
2, so 8, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save. No, they take 2d6 damage and then so they take half that.
I need you to roll it, please.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
And I encourage you to better know how to play next session.
Sorry. Okay, so the one who failed takes 6, the other one takes 3.
Right. Both appear to still be in dandy shape. Anything else?
Is that a...
That's a major action.
Okay, could I still do an unarmed attack?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll be good right now.
Yep. You ninja'd your way back there and blasted them a very loud and bright flash. Now, back to Jacques. Now, you're where you're at. You see what you see. What do you want to do?
To see. I'm trying to remember what I said last time. Something about the pulsing?
You tell me, man.
Oh, I was seeing if it was coming from that little blue thing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
investigate.
or not. Investigate. Oh no.
I'd also accept an Arcana as well. Okay. As far as you can tell, it's the only other thing in the room that makes sense. Anything else you'd like to do?
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna get a little closer.
Okay. Yeah, mosey on up to it. It is difficult terrain just because of the dark and everything, but you're able to get up as close as you want. You have the movement.
Part of me wants to try to break it, and the other part of me says that's a bad idea.
Well, you'll only get closer than that if you're gonna break it. You can't even reach it right now.
Decisions. Insta-death isn't a thing, right?
Didn't say that.
There is
but,
a...
you are level 2, so there's certain degrees of forgiveness.
Yeah, he won't do instant death unless you do something really stupid.
I feel
Which I'm hoping. But anyway, you mosey on closer. You step up the steps. A stone altar lays before you. What you see pulses and draws you in. You feel this. This is something of note. The color, the shape, as you gaze into it, you see your own demise. It's about the size of a volleyball. Anyway, you blew your action making an investigation. There's not really much else you can do in turn,
Okay.
unless you wish to pick it up.
Well, I'm staring at it, and it's showing my ultimate demise, so...
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling Jacquees is gonna bring it.
Okay, well, next turn you will have that option. Corva, you're still dying. Go ahead and give me a med check.
Hey.
2 saves. Trevor, you're still alive, and there are 3 enemies approaching on all sides.
I'm going to move back to my original spot. And judging by where the lightning blast was originally originated from, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to be expending my second spell slot of Magic Missile.
What, you can't see anymore over there?
Oh, I can see 2, but I'm saying, judging by the odds, I'm going to be having to use a Magic Missile.
Hmm.
While I only have 2, since
Yeah.
the Ice Knife would not be big enough to take out 2 enemies at the same time. So I'm going to use the spell Magic Missile. I'm going to use 1 dart on, I'm supposing, this one, and 2 darts on this one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the first 2 on the one that's getting to.
2 darts.
So that's 7 damage, I believe. Yes?
Yes, I put on the +1s to each.
Oh, you already applied the +1?
Yes, I fixed that up.
Okay.
So 5 damage.
5 badly damages it as bone shrapnel flies everywhere. However, the monstrous entity remains standing.
And then the final Magic Missile. Wow, they were weak.
Yeah, that one didn't quite pull through like the other. You did badly damage this one, however, and I will mark it. Alright, anything else, Trevor?
I still have a good amount of feet to move. I'm going to finish my movement by slightly cowering, slightly protecting the sleeping and the fallen.
Okay. Rin, it is your turn. You know that they act next.
Yeah. Okay, let's shoot at this one.
Fire away. That particular attack will hit. Roll me damage. Okay. That is enough to destroy that one. Your arrow punctures the skull, taking the head clean off, and the rest of the body crumbles, seeming to be absorbed by the meaty, bony, guts-ridden floor.
Ugh. And that is my turn.
Okay. It is their turn. There's only 2 remaining. Obviously, the one standing next to Anixia is going to attack her.
Okay.
And likely hit.
Yep.
Take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
This guy, he sees your lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And between the 2 of you, he's not sure which is more appetizing.
Which one has a higher charisma?
That would
Looks
probably
like
be me.
Trevor. Yeah. Alright. Here comes his short sword. Does that hit?
I only have 10 armor class.
So unfortunately, your unarmored nature gets you cut. Take 6 points.
Oh, damn.
Do you have more than 6 points?
I have 7.
Okay, you're still standing. Barely. Let's see. What else? Right. Anixia, it is your turn, as all of them have went.
Okay.
But you can hear, not far off, what could be more of them.
Okay. I'm gonna strike the one that's with me right now. My staff.
Okay, you hit.
So close.
Roll the damage. You destroy this one.
Okay.
Go ahead and... Well, I'll go ahead and mark it.
Can I move and use my bonus action to attack the other guy since I still hit? Of course.
Yes, you can.
Cool. Let me see if I can make it over there. Yes, I can.
And you can go ahead and have advantage. So
Alright,
go ahead and
I'm gonna
make your offhanded roll for me.
Sure thing. I'm gonna use my flurry of blows and make another unarmed strike. I'll make 2 of them.
You hit it. Go ahead and roll me damage. Okay, you badly smashed this one. Bones are blasting apart, showering Ren and Trevor with their dust and debris. Your second attack is going to miss, unfortunately. As you cleared too much of its body away, you actually have a smaller target now and missed.
I
it.
misjudged. Damn it.
Yeah, so go ahead and mark the key point.
Yep, I did.
This one is bloodied.
Just decimating enemies left and right.
Okay. Jacques, you're where you are. You are right there, gazing into it. You feel it corrupting you. Just
I'ma
the
break it.
thoughts it's feeding you. Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. How are you breaking it? With your rapier, I see. Okay. So you stab at the thing. Your blade plinks off unaffected, and it rolls around a little bit, and plops on the ground, rolls down the stairs, and settles right here. Anything else?
I can't make any bonus action, can I?
Not yet.
Grr.
Can she
Yes.
move?
Oh, she can move. You can
I'm
do
not-
any number of things.
I got a feeling I'm not gonna touch this, so I'm just gonna wait so I can attack it again.
Okay. Corva, I need another death save, please. You are 1 away from stabilizing.
Nah, 20. Nah, 20. Nah, 20.
If you get nat 20, you wake up. Nope.
Ah, close.
You are stabilized. You no longer have to make death saves.
Ta-da.
Okay.
Oh, we need to bring the torch with us.
Oh, I got that.
Huh?
The torch is attached to Anixia, and we keep leaving it places.
If it was attached to Anixia, that means you were holding it, meaning you couldn't make your offhanded attacks.
Yes, I can, because I
I'm
use my
assuming-
tail to make him.
That's flavor text. That's not legit. The torch
You
stays
can-
back there.
You still have kicks, though.
I still have kicks. I can kick.
Sure, but the concept is that as long as you have your
counts as a
hands
kick.
full, you can't do it because it's about balance. It's a rule thing, not a.
It's not like having the torch near us would really change anything. Where it is right now would be a better
Right.
vantage for us.
True, true.
Exactly. Let's see. So Corva, it is Trevor. I'm sorry. It is your turn, I believe.
Now, bone really isn't that flammable, is it?
You imagine not.
Keep in mind, he's standing on top of our friend.
Hey now, hey now. No helping the new guy.
He's
Unless
not
he asks
new.
for it.
Oh wait, he is new.
Well, I'm also having a track record of like causing the death of the sorcerer. So.
Good deed. But what would you like to do as an action?
As an action, I suppose I could try. Would I be able to try to knock it down?
Yes, you would make an athletics check, contested by it. But I'm looking it up real quick.
I'm probably gonna fall flat on my face.
Yeah, use the attack action. You can make a special melee attack to shove the creature. Ah. So yeah, it would be an attack action with probably your strength. But it has to contest, so we'll see how it does.
Alright, so I use my strength.
Unfortunately, it was not. I mean, unless you had any bonuses to act, which I don't think you did. You just had +1 strength, right?
Yep, just +1 strength.
Okay. Yep, so you have beat it. It is now knocked prone.
Oh, sweet.
That is your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to take a step back because if I get hit again, I'm going.
Good, keep your distance.
Okay. Go ahead and get this on him. Ren, it is your turn. The enemy is right before you. You have a bow in hand.
And so I would have a disadvantage if I shot from here.
You would, but it cancels out as your enemy is prone before you.
Double tap,
You
double
have
tap.
advantage attacking prone targets. However, I think ranged attacks on prone targets actually don't get that benefit.
Oh.
They
Okay,
do
so
not
if
get
I
it.
back away, will he get an opportunity attack on me?
He
No, he's prone.
totally will.
Wait, he will?
Yes, he can totally do that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him anyways, and get disadvantage, and we'll see how that works.
Yeah, we'll see how you do. Okay. Even the low one's gonna hit, so go ahead and roll me damage.
Yay!
And you destroy it. It looks up at you with its soulless eye sockets. And you just put an arrow right between them and blast its head clean off. It
Hooray!
crumples to the floor.
Pew!
2 headshots.
Take on
Shut up.
me.
Dead people
Oh, headshot.
don't sing. It is
Fair enough.
their go.
Yes.
This is like a tower defense. They just keep coming.
I know. It's almost like they're being controlled by something.
Probably.
Eh?
Okay. And all right. More stumble forth out of the dark. Nixia, what do you do?
Let's see here what we got. We got 2, from what I can tell. I'm gonna get the one closest over here.
Okay.
whack him with my quarterstaff.
Go ahead. You unfortunately miss. Horribly. It's partially concealed from you because of the darkness. Perhaps you missed because it teetered out of view for a moment.
No, I just stepped on some blood.
You
That's what
can
happened.
still do an offhand.
I was thinking, I think more lines, I probably just stepped on some blood.
Anyway, go ahead and
Punch.
that'll hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. Okay. A hefty blow. You think you have badly damaged this one.
Alright.
Jock, you are staring down at it. What do you do?
I'm gonna poke it again.
Attack! You get the sense that you lack the skill to hit spherical things, apparently.
Evidently.
It's a rapier. All you do is just like boink, 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 boink.
Perhaps you need another weapon? I'm just throwing that out there. That's not canon or anything.
Maybe,
Alright, anything
apparently.
else?
I can't really do anything else. I'm very out to destroy this little thing. I don't know why. I just want to kill it, destroy it, just break it.
Each time your weapon comes into contact with it before blinking off, you get this horrible sense of dread and terror.
I'm gonna keep poking it.
Trevor,
It should
your
not be
turn.
deterred.
Now, this blood. I'm going to try and cast shape water on it to see if anything will happen to it in trying to freeze it.
You want to try to freeze the blood?
Yes.
That's somewhere. Go ahead and indicate the square.
Right under this one.
Okay. The watery parts of what you presume to be blood do begin to freeze and chill over. Despite the heat that you find in this hellish place, your ice remains. Anything else?
I am going to stay right where I am in my turn, in my go.
Okay. Ren, it is your turn.
Alright. Let's shoot that guy. Oh, yeah, thank you for picking him.
Make sure to keep track of your arrows.
I am.
You will hit. Roll me damage.
Wow.
Okay. It's still standing and looks fairly healthy, all things considered.
Uh-oh.
There we go. This one by Anixia is obviously going to attack Anixia.
Bring it.
It swings its short sword at you. And misses. This one has no soft tissue, but it breaks a piece of itself off anyway as it steps out of the ice. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna stop there and attack Rin.
Oh.
And it will hit you. Dealing 4 damage.
Alright.
And another one steps forth. This one's carrying a short bow.
Oh.
It
course
takes
we
aim,
dodge.
and it's gonna fire. It saw Ren first as it was stepping out.
Of course.
Does that hit?
I have 14 armor class.
Yeah.
You will take this.
Oh.
As an arrow pierces into your body.
Half health.
Okay. That is all they can do. Anixia, your turn. While the bodies are stacking, your own allies are growing weary from the fight.
Means you're out of health.
The missing half is the indicator there.
Okay.
I've only got 1 health left.
So technically, you need that on you too, just so that way others are aware. Because while they won't mechanically know how many HP points you have, you can at least indicate that you're bleeding and looking injured with that icon.
Okay.
Your first attack will miss as your quarterstaff swings around.
Damn. There's fucking blood everywhere. Let's hit it again with my punch. Damn.
Your punch flies wide as well. Your winning streak fading. Anything else?
Oh, I'm good.
Jock, your turn.
And I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay. You hit. You hear a resounding ring. It appears unfazed.
No damage.
And it bounces around a little bit more.
I'm gonna-
No damage.
Back away from it if it tries to come near me.
Yeah, it's just reacting to you hitting it. Might as well be a cue ball on a pool table.
Ah! I will poke the thing.
Corva. It is your turn, Corva.
Oh, I am able to take turns again?
Yes.
I know what's going on. I think.
Should be able to see now.
I'm still looking here, so
Scroll down.
let me zoom out. Oh. I'm in purgatory apparently. So I see this.
Mhm.
Huh? Where did everyone go? Do I hear anything? I mean,
Nope.
yeah.
I shouldn't say that. You do think you woke up from a resounding plink, and you look over and you see a purplish glow off in the far corner. Around you
With
are
sword
dark
and shield.
mounds.
Yeah. With sword and shield in hand, I approach it.
All right. You see what you see. There is the tabaxi, and it appears to be skewering that thing. Beside her are 2 downed figures. Him, I'm sorry.
Jakwe, is that you? You're standing again.
He nods.
What is that? Where did everyone go?
He shrugs.
Well. And she takes a look around to the floor and
He's obviously
Just-
holding his sword in hand, and you know.
It
Mhm.
appears to be a pretty dark looking cave like structure. Stone beneath your feet, stone on the walls. You see a stony altar ahead of you, behind Jot. You
So
see the glowy bits there on the ground.
no flesh from what I can perceive.
Not without an action, and you've already moved too much to use an action this turn.
Oh, is this difficult terrain or?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
Mhm.
Trevor,
Yep.
your turn.
Simple shapes. I am going to use whatever water is in this square, whatever watery bits I can in that square,
Mm-hmm.
to use shape water in order to create a simple stick figure shape right in front of the skeleton.
Go ahead and cast the spell for me. Looks like you can use one of the following, not more than one of the following.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, you can freeze it, but you can't make the stick.
No, I'm
figure
not. I'm
shape.
not turning it into. I'm not turning it into water. I'm going to form it into a stick figure
So
with the
a
simple shape
bloody-looking stick figure thing.
that will be looking as though it's swinging at it to try and distract the skeleton.
Okay. Alright, that is your action. Any movements you'd like to take?
No, I would be able to do anything if I would.
Ren, your turn.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Put away the short bow and bring out the daggers for one action. Use action surge so I can attack the skeleton.
You can draw one dagger.
Oh, well, that's fine. I can't draw both at the same
And
time?
if you burn your action, you can draw the other one.
But then I wouldn't be able to attack.
Well, as you said, you're using your action surge.
Okay.
So technically you could. You just get that one attack. Both, I mean, your main hand and your offhand.
Okay, so wait, so each dagger costs one action to bring out.
No.
Oh.
The first dagger's free. The second dagger takes an action. You action surge. You now have a full action and bonus action to use your daggers.
Okay, I
You
shall
get it.
do that.
Okay, stabby stabby.
Oh, wait. I need to select my token, then use my cool macro.
Ooh. 13 hits, you deal 5 damage, and the 19 will hit, do another 3 damage. So 8 damage total. It is badly injured as bones and crappy armor flake off and are shredded off of its hide, but it is still standing.
That's a cool macro.
And that's all I got.
Alright.
You must teach me this so I can use my spells.
Yeah. This guy, I don't give no Fs. But I'll say that he burns his action, discerning that he doesn't need to give no Fs. This one will go right. I'm just gonna put you right there for now. I'm just gonna put that guy there. And I'll move this one on up towards you guys. But he's not gonna attack. Only the one in front of Ren is going to attack. And miss. The one by Anixia, of course, is going to attack. And hit. Dealing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Anixia, is your turn.
What's the roll to disbelieve illusion?
You can make an intelligence save if you like.
I will do that.
This seems pretty real to you.
Okay.
That is your action. You don't get a bonus. Any movements you'd like to make?
I do get a bonus.
Not when you don't attack with your main.
No, I do get a bonus.
Jock, where are you going?
Because I'm gonna use a key point to take a dodge action this turn.
Okay, you are dodging.
I will
Mark the key point.
Yep.
Is that your last one?
Yes.
Okay. Jock, you're staring at the shiny.
Okay, I've attacked it 3 times. I feel this is futile.
Okay, what would you like to do instead then?
Not sure. Um. I think I'm gonna take another look at the bodies, see if there's any weapons drawn.
Well, as they're collapsed on the ground, you don't see them holding any weapons, but there are weapons either holstered on their persons or perhaps a few feet scattered from them.
Okay.
Would you like to perception check the bodies to see if you notice
No.
anything?
Screw it. I'm gonna poke it again.
Okay. You hit it,
Another
Okay,
17.
kitty.
and it plink, 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 all the way over here. Anything else you'd like to do?
Move a little closer to it. As much as I can.
Okay. It is difficult terrain. Corva, your turn.
I feel like
You
this is
notice the kitty seems to be playing.
Yaku, what is that you're trying to do with that? Have
I'm
you
gonna
touched
take
it? Is it safe? Sorry, what did you say?
Jack puts his he sheaths his weapon and puts his hands together, interlocking fingers.
No. We're still in turn order, guys. You are exactly as you are. And, Corva, you've used 10 words. Anything more than that will cost your action.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Just
Aw.
wanted an answer though.
You'll have to wait
I
for
mean,
her.
she can answer, or he can answer, but again, 10 words or less.
And because she's mute,
Oh,
or she doesn't want to speak, he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
Jock's
speak,
not going to attack
it
any
would
talk anyway.
take.
Oh, so it would be more of a physical thing. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else, Corva?
uh, I I'll pick it up.
Okay. You appear to be holding this horrible, horrible thing. You feel pulsing on the core of your being. Dread seeps into you, staring into it. It's like staring into the abyss. Death and darkness wait for you in its depths. You can see your own demise countless times by countless ways. Hatred bubbles deep within you, as well as the fear of what is coming. What do you do?
I immediately and instinctively throw it against the wall.
Give me a attack roll. No prof, just strength.
Alrighty. This one. Well,
You
no
chuck it,
alarms.
plink, 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 and it falls right there. That is your action. Anything else?
As my what? Sorry.
That is your standard action.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Then
your-
that's. I believe I'll just stand there, panting, just like, what? What on heavens was that?
All right, Trevor. You have a what appears to be undead horror in front of your face. What do you do?
Think.
I'm going to try once again to use shape water to make a water curtain between me and him.
All right. You create a 5-foot tall water curtain. It is not sufficient to. I mean, it's water that appears to be in the shape of a wall, more or less.
And
Blood, of course.
yes. And seeing as how it's not opaque, it wouldn't grant me any sort of defensive, so I'm just going to stand there and hope that it doesn't focus on me.
Okie doke. Ren, your turn. You have an enemy before you and an enemy beside you.
I am going. Can I do a double stabby on this guy again?
Yes.
No.
The first attack's gonna kill it, and the second attack misses.
Because he's already dead.
Kill it extra dead. Alright. Unless you wish to move, it is their turn.
I'm good.
The one by Anixia will try to attack her again. And miss. The one in front of Trevor will attack the dude that cast a bloody curtain before him.
Oh, damn.
Now, I know you only have 1 HP, so you fall unconscious as he cuts you down.
Rah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Anixia, it is your turn.
Alright, finish this guy off. Boop.
You will not hit. Your quarterstaff swinging wide again.
Eh. Fucking die, motherfucker.
That will connect. Roll damage. And that is going to be enough.
Yee.
The skeleton falls as your tail sweeps its legs out from under it, while your offhand smashes it into the ground. Anything else?
Move over here and taunt the guy.
Okay. You are very alluring.
Do I need to roll anything to taunt him?
It's an action.
Oh.
So anyway, Jock, what are you doing?
I feel like attacking it physically with a sword is not doing anything.
You would get that idea, yeah.
So I have a question. From the burglar's pack, I have oil. Could I set this thing on fire?
Technically, yes, you could. So, let's not do that. So you may take out your oil,
Why?
and it's an.
That was so uncalled for.
So, not your turn. Jock, you may use your action to spread the oil over the orb.
Yes.
Maybe right there.
Okay. Thinking how to light.
How do you light? That is a good question, as I don't think you have flint and steel. And you don't really have any torches either. So yeah, that is a good question.
So now it just made it even more slippery. Great.
It's true.
Nova.
Yes,
And I've wasted oil.
you did.
Yeah. The action already happened. There is no way for me to stop her before she does that.
Well, you don't necessarily know he doesn't have flint and steel.
This is gonna happen a lot, I can tell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is what happened when you use your name on your character.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
It's true.
But
If
yeah,
it's that
Randy,
hard, just say Jack.
No,
what
they're
did you
talking
say,
about me.
Nova?
it's still Jock's turn unless we want to move to Corva.
Okay.
Was pouring oil on it a major or whatever, a main action? Or was that not?
I'll look it up specifically since you may want to do something else. So, oil. Let's see. Oil usually comes in flasks. As an action, you can splash the oil of the flask on a creature or target within 5 feet of you, or throw it up to 20, shattering the flask. So what you have done is you've used your action to upend the oil over the orb, and that whole square, is now oily, which we'll go ahead and add this for you. And yes, so that answers your question.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Corva, you see Jacques doing this. Assuming Jacques has a plan, what do you want to do?
um. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the wording to do this in character.
Alternatively,
Jackie.
I will allow you to
Yes.
make an investigation roll. Or perception, either one.
Um. Uh. No, I'm good. It's just like.
Okay.
Actually, I will. I will take that. Investigation.
Okay, go ahead. Alright. Based on your investigation, you think there may be some flint in the rocks around you. A hefty blow with one of your weapons may be sufficient enough to create the tiniest of sparks. Maybe you can light the oil that way.
I look at Jackie. Do you think it'll be destroyed if it lights up?
He shrugs.
Worth a shot. And
Nods.
I'll try
It was your main
smacking
action to
my
do the
shield.
investigation.
Oh, it was an action.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I don't do anything then.
You could.
Yeah.
Trevor,
Uh,
write me a death save. One success. Brendan, it's your turn. Your allies are falling one by one around you. Even Anixia looks badly injured. What do you do?
I'm thinking that I will use my second wind as my bonus action, and then I guess I attack once with my dagger.
Yes.
Okay, so let me do second wind first so I don't forget it. So that's roll 1d10 plus my fighter level. Ooh,
Good heal.
20. Okay, and now I'm gonna stab him with my dagger.
You don't, do you actually have 20 health at level 2?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What's your max?
How much?
I.
What? You
Do
get
I need?
10 plus con mod, and then you get 6 plus con mod.
And my Constitution is 2.
So that means 8 plus 12, so 20. Yep, that sounds right to me.
Okay. Phew, you
A
worried me
little
for a
high for
second.
level 2. That's all. Alright. Yeah, so you do you.
Did I hit?
Yes. Roll me damage. You slice it goodly, but it is still as healthy as an undead warrior can be. Any other actions?
I
That's
don't think
a
so.
whole lot of chatter there, Corva. Alright, it's their turn. The soldier immediately turns on you, Ren.
Eh,
14 hit?
Armor class 14.
That'll connect then.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you healed.
Yes, very good thing you healed.
5 damage. Onyxia, it's your turn.
Run up. Smack it with my quarterstaff.
You will hit. Roll me damage. Alright. That'll be enough to destroy this one. How do you do it?
I'm just gonna do a kind of a jump kick and smack it with my quarterstaff. Monk style.
Alright, so I'll assume you do those at the same time.
Yes, I hit it with my foot
And
and
you
it hits with my
send it
quarterstaff.
flying.
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
Any other actions?
What's to stabilize?
A medicine check, which is an action.
Okay. I'm just gonna be sitting right here and watch what's going on in front of us. Prepare.
Jock, your turn.
I'm gonna strike the wall.
Okay, give me an attack roll, please. Okay. Your ceramic blade hits the wall hard, and the tiniest of flecks, a little shimmer of an ember, appears in the oil, and it ignites it. Within seconds, the whole thing goes up, and that square is now ablaze. You do not want to get any closer.
I think that's safe. I'm just gonna
Okay.
try to see if it's actually doing anything to the orb.
As far as you can tell, nothing yet. Corva, your turn.
You can hold shift to snap drawings to the grid if you continue.
I'd rather not. Fire should be uncontrollable and blazing.
That's nice too. Alright, I assume I am not in... Hold on. Sorry, IRL stuff. I assume I am not in close enough to take damage from this fire, right?
Correct.
Okay. I want to see how effective it is right now.
Perception rolls would seem appropriate.
Well,
As far as you can tell, it's gonna take a minute.
uh, I think I'll just take a step back and leave it be. Like, it's already burning. There's no point in go and burn myself to do anything else.
Because the flame there, the space you're in, is much more lit.
Actually, is there anything flammable inside?
Those
Like over
bodies
here?
look definitely flammable.
Uh, I'd rather not do that.
Trevor, I need another death save from you. One fail. Ren, it is your turn.
Do I immediately hear anything coming this way?
Yes, you think more coming.
Alright, let's do a medicine check on our good friend here.
Has enough to stabilize him. He will probably pull through, but he's unconscious.
Alright. And am I also able to switch back to my short bow? Well, actually, that might be a bad idea. I don't
thought
know.
you dropped your short bow in order to draw your stuff. Yeah, if you drop your knife, you could pick up your short bow.
Just picking things up and throwing them on the ground. Yeah, I'll switch back to my short bow.
Okay, so you drop one of your knives. You have a short bow and a knife in hand.
Can I drop the other one so I can actually shoot things?
Yes. So both your knives are on the ground.
Oh dear.
Okay. Obviously. There's more. Hey, you.
I was
Stop
wondering
it.
what those markings were on the right.
That's me drawing that the knives are on the ground.
Okay. I was curious.
Oh, where'd he go? Oh.
Okay.
There we go. There was a body in the way.
Too many bodies.
Alright. Yep, too many bodies. You guys are just stacking them.
It's almost like the situation's getting quite dreadful.
Okay.
Haha.
So this one's gonna shoot at Nixia from the back.
What?
Nixia, you will have partial cover from his buddy, so your AC is at a +2 at this time.
Oh. Okay, that guy's back. Okay.
23 will still hit you though.
Yeah.
You only take 3 damage.
Cool.
None of the other guys have gotten close enough this round to do anything. Anixia, it's your turn.
Okay. Move up to this guy. Move right here. Strike that guy.
Okay. You hit. Roll me damage. A hefty blow. He is bloodied.
Whack him with my punch.
That'll miss.
Keep slipping on that fucking blood, man.
It's all over the place. Shock. You are watching the fire.
Well, I got a feeling that's going to be burning for a while because, you know, it's oil. So I'm going to turn around and actually take a time to look at my surroundings where I didn't in the beginning.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. At this time, the room looks very much as it did before. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Stone beneath you, stone walls. I guess I should say you see light coming from over here.
Do I notice anything particular about the light over there?
It's kind of bright, kind of white, almost like daylight.
Oh, okay.
Anything else?
Well, I can't roll anything else, can I?
Not this turn. You can move.
Alright.
Alrighty.
And that's gonna be what I do.
Corva, your turn.
Well, as I look into the orb as it burns, and well, hopefully it is burning and it's doing something, I'll make use of my time and inspect these bodies over here.
Okay. Inspection or perception? Oh, investigation or perception. Based on what you can tell, these bodies likely died from some unseen force. And you definitely think these are likely the guards from the Staganter estate.
All the bodies?
You don't know. You're not there.
Mm-hmm. I see. Um, can I search them for anything useful?
A quick pat down will see that they have shield, they have sawtooth long swords, they have teeth mail.
A teeth nail.
Yes, in this world you don't have metal, so rather than chainmail,
Oh.
they have teeth mail.
Oh, smart.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're not adding that to your inventory, I hope,
Why not?
because
You have to take
you
an
don't
action
have
to
the time. Yes, as Trevor
Okay.
was saying.
I'm not adding it yet, but okay. I guess
Also, you
that's
wouldn't want
everything
to
I can
anyway.
do.
Based on your investigation, the armor is ruined, as is the weapon. The shield's pretty shoddy as well.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's everything I can do right now? Yes.
Trevor, you have been sustained. As you might have guessed, things changed for your situation.
Hmm?
Alright, Trevor, can you see?
Yes.
Alright, you wake up. Behind you is a light that's gentle and calm. Before you is a purple malevolence. You see comrades at the end of the tunnel. Around you are dark mounds that you don't quite recognize because of the gloom. Though, being that you're a elf variation, you likely have a better shot of noticing what these mounds are. What would you like to do?
Hmm.
You are down the ground.
I will stand up.
Okay, it is difficult terrain in this place.
Alright, does that take an action to stand up? Or does it take
It
half of my
uses
speed?
half of your speed.
So then I have 15 and then half of that for difficult terrain movement.
So 1 square.
Unless you run.
Correct.
I'm going to start out by moving here
Okay. That is all your speed. Now what?
And I am going to examine the area for anything possible magic, because this is not where I was last at.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an Arcana roll. As far as you can tell, this appears to be a cave. You don't see any Arcana sigilry or rituals within view.
Alright, I will end my turn with that.
Ren, it is you and Anixia. The rest of your comrades are down.
Oh dear. Okay, so let's shoot at this guy.
Alright, fire away. You miss, your arrow passing right through its body.
Oh no. I mean, what else can I do?
Cry.
Yeah, that's about it. Can I take a free action to cry?
Yes, you can. Alrighty, it's their turn. You guys
Press.
did manage to. Oh, no, you didn't. All
What?
three are still alive.
I
All right.
half damage one.
This one's gonna go ahead and attack Anixia.
Okay.
It's gonna
That'll
get
hit. That makes me down.
you. Okay. It's gonna then move up on you, Ren. This one's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, technically it can hit you from here. Alright, so that one that just moved up is gonna attack you, Ren. It's also gonna hit you. For 7 points.
Alright. Wait, how do I math? I'll figure out the math.
7 minus 15 is 8. Or 15 minus 7 is 8. Sorry.
Alright.
The guy in the back, he's gonna move on up, but he's gonna keep firing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do have partial cover because his buddies are in his way, so you add +2 to your AC.
Okay.
It's still gonna hit you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
7.
I have 8 health and now I'm down to 1.
Ooh, buddy, barely standing, but you are alive. You have 3 enemies before you. Let's move this body. Let's move this body. Okay. Yes. Right. Nixia, I need a death save from you.
Right.
Oh, damn.
1 fail. Jock, your turn. You were staring at fires, and oh look, there is Trevor.
He wasn't there before, so it's going to be a little bit of a shock.
As far as you can tell, he just appeared out of the darkness.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a shock factor. But I'm gonna look at those peculiar mounds that I tripped over in the beginning. You're okay, Nova.
It's still not 10 o'clock yet, so you're good.
Ooh.
Alright, so you would like to go over and look at the mounds you tripped over earlier, yes?
Yes.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get on over there where Trevor is. For 6 squares or 30 feet of movement. 1 more. Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation. Either one is fine. Yes, perception. So, you see the following.
I'm confused. What do I say? Oh,
Yes.
like I thought. After playing with a damn ball for God knows how long.
Yeah. I was like, man, she totally didn't care. All right, here we go.
Oh boy. Okay,
So wait.
well, I'm gonna tell
me-
Trevor.
Let me explain what you see. The mounds hidden by the darkness were indeed your comrades. They appear to be unconscious, unharmed, and just laying there. You tripped over at least one or two of them on your way to the orb. But there they are, sleeping soundly, though they appear to be having fitful dreams. Horrible nightmares, perhaps. That is your action to do. Now what do you do?
Calm.
You calm yourself or mute or something?
Sorry.
Panic attack.
No, you. Oh
Did a
wait.
mouse run across your foot?
Oh wait.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Oh wait.
I'm
You've
sorry.
used your action. You may alert the party in the room to what you have found.
I'm going to do so. Because Trevor's so close, I'm going to shake his shoulder and point out, obviously, the comrades on the floor.
Corva, what do you do?
I forgot I have medicine. Crap.
So 20 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet. Huh. Well, first of all, first of all, I'm gonna say, "Oh, Trevor, thank heavens you're here." And I'm gonna look at the mounds. I can see them, right, from where I
You
am.
can. Now that Jock has pointed them out to you, and with the fire burning, you can indeed make out, oh yeah, I remember that purple scaly hide.
Kind of hard to miss.
The dark leathered one is a little harder to make out, but yep, you see them.
Oh, they are here too. Everyone is here. Sorry, Trevor. I need you to.
Too many words.
Yeah, I'm
Your
using an action. Yeah,
Alright, carry on.
Trevor. We need you to attack this orb with your magic. If that thing must be destroyed right now.
Simply going to look at the mounds and then look over at the orb that's apparently on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my movement since it is my turn now. I get 30 feet naturally, divided by 2, 15.
I'd encourage you to make an investigation check first.
Wouldn't it be Arcana?
Investigation. I will allow Arcana as well. Okay. Based on your check, you believe, also based on what you witnessed in that hellish plane, you're fairly certain that while going after the orb's good and all, you think waking up your comrades might be more dire. You believe that what is on them can be broken, but you will need potentially some help and some time. Time they may or may not have.
My 10 words will be Jacques, Corva, get them outside.
Has no strength,
Okay.
but we'll try to drag anyway.
We're still on initiative, guys. So, you give that command. Any actions? Well, shoot. Your action was to do the investigate. Right. Alright. Any movements, Trevor?
Since those two have more of the strength, from the deduction, the orb might be.
Oh, right. I guess I should add, it's a very safe bet for you as a caster to discern that the orb itself is the cause. And you don't know of any magics that don't have a range limit on them. So your idea to take them outside is viable, though how far you cannot tell unless you investigate the item itself. Or perhaps the altar, which you may or may not see. Maybe this
I can
little
see a
piece
corner
here.
of it.
Yeah. So you might. Well, you can't move there. You got difficult terrain, remember? So.
Yeah, my cursor was stuck.
But yes. So you have options that you can use to aid them on your next turn. The question is, where are you going to move? To the orb, or to the altar?
Oh, that's why my thing's stuck. It's there. We go. Got rid of the stuck part. Going to
Okay.
move one this way, then one this way. From the shape of the
Moving into the aura, you feel a horrible dread and terror grip your heart as the orb pulses, and you feel it throughout your being. It calls to you.
That will be the end of my turn.
Ren, back in hell, you are outnumbered, badly injured.
And Ren is not the type to run away from something like this. Like, she will die with her comrades. That's her
Okay.
point of view.
Like, at this point, you do think you will die.
So I will do a last. Can I do a medicine check on Onyxia as a sort
Yes.
of last hurrah?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright. You have successfully sustained her. Player knowledge dictates you did the right thing. But as a character, you know you are doomed.
Mm-hmm.
The monsters move in. Undead corpses smelling foul encroach upon your space as swords come out. They will encircle you.
And even as a player, I don't know if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, she might fail her death saves
So anyway,
if she gets any.
the two guys, they're flanking you. They'll try to make quick work of you.
She has literally 1 health. Oh, that armor class 14.
First attack actually missed.
Both miss.
Second flanking attack.
Oh, fucking flanking.
Oh.
It's gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
You only have 1 HP, right?
Yeah. So now I'm to 0.
Yep. There's no need to do more. So at this point, you're the only one dying. The real question is, will you make your saves, or will they find a way to wake you up? We'll see. Onyxia, because of her efforts, you wake on the other side.
What the fuck? Alright. What is going
Can
on?
you see?
I can see.
Good, good.
I wake up and I look straight up at Jacuz. I was like, oh, hey, kitty. Where?
That's 10 words.
I said, oh, hey, kitty.
On top of, oh, what the F is going on?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
You gonna stand or do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand, look around. Perception?
Okay. Give me a perception. This does indeed look like a cave. You see your comrades. You see an orb glowing brilliantly amidst the flames. You also see Ren unconscious beside you. and you see what could be the way out of the cave behind you.
Okay. I'll be good for now. Can't do anything.
Jock, it is your turn. You heard what Trevor said.
Seeing that Nixa already woke up, for whatever reason, I feel that Ren will be okay being in here, seeing as the rest of the party is already conscious. So I will leave Ren doing her thing. What to do after that, I'm not sure.
So, what is your action?
Is it still rugged terrain, or can I walk normally?
It's rugged terrain. Even when you exit the cave, because you assume that's the way out, you will be met by forest, if you recall correctly. So, even more rugged terrain, you can imagine.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back towards the damn wall that I keep trying to destroy and futilely trying to destroy, might I add.
Okay.
But I'm gonna head back over there.
Okay, go ahead and move your token.
Mhm.
You are at the edge of the aura, and you feel the same dread that you felt before. Quite the experience. You think that your oil is slowly burning out. It should be resolved soon. Any other actions, Jock?
Well, I would say I would try to attack it once more, but I am out of range. Technically.
Sure.
Actually, no.
Nope. What
No,
would you
I
like to
have
do?
darts.
Darts!
I
Throw a
could,
dart at it?
but could I have a sneak attack with advantage? Possibly.
No. There
Fine.
is no method of sneak attacking an inanimate object.
You say
I'm a
inanimate.
Surprise!
Surprise! An inanimate
Saw it
thing. Okay, my dice can't do much damage anyway, so if my rapier wasn't doing anything, or rapier, sorry, wasn't doing anything,
The raper
then,
wasn't doing anything. No?
Yeah.
then I definitely don't think a dart's gonna do anything.
Okay. Corva, what would you like to do?
Is Ren okay? As far as I can perceive.
So far as you can tell, she seems alright. Just sleep in there. Perhaps rolling a little with groans and nightmares.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help her.
Okay.
20 feet. Is my action to try to wake him up? Bleh, wake her up?
You'll want to. You could try shaking her awake. Would you like to try?
What else I could do to tend to her? Like,
Well, you could sponge bath. You could wave a fan at her face.
Fuck you.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you the answers unless you make checks, man.
Uh, okay, I'll try to wake her up and waste my action.
Alright, you waste your action. She doesn't wake up.
You.
Alright. I guess I should ask, what is your method of waking her up?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you might surprise me. I wouldn't want to assume.
Assume what, Noah?
Inappropriate
Okay,
groping.
Assume that you have
Never
no
mind, never mind.
idea.
Never mind. Just don't answer that. I am. Oh god, I have so many bad ideas to do this.
Oh,
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Oh. Oh wait, they have a water skin. I'll try. Yes. Okay. Save. I'll try pouring some water into her face. No, wait. Actually, I'll pour water into my hand and then apply it
So you're
into her
snowballing
face.
her face with some water.
Basically, yes.
If-
Good.
yeah.
She does not wake up.
Mm.
The water
Ta-da.
splashes. You baptize her in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. After Corva, Trevor.
Noticing that they are not doing as I'm saying, I'm going to, before I move, going to.
Oh, I should remind you. Actually, it's not reminding. It's just letting you know. For some reason, you feel like you have your spells. You get your spell slots back.
I, since no one is listening.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, you're listening.
I'm listening. I
Heard
just
you
woke
gotta just sit
up.
and do it.
I am going to definitely going to move back. Rin, and before containing my actions, I'm going to say, "Why are you not listening?" Oh, someone disconnected.
I still
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, we all still hear you, dude.
Oh, Anixia.
What do you mean? I didn't
I'm
disconnect. I'm still
going-
here.
Disconnected from the actual thing.
He'll be fine.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I am going to here.
What?
Going to cast Tensor's floating disc right next to Rin in this space.
Yeah.
Get her there.
You use your action. Yeah, you're gonna need an action to pick her up and throw her on there.
Mhm.
Alright. Yep, your directions have been given. We'll see what Corvo does. Ren, I need a death save.
Shoot, where's the death save? Or is it just a roll a d20?
Yes.
Yes, basically.
Welcome back, Anixia, to the table.
One fail.
I never left.
Ren, as your consciousness is fading in and out, your vision bloodied, you see the skeletal warriors bearing down on you. Your friends are being massacred around you. It is horrible. You have no hope. Anixia, what are you gonna do?
Let me see here. Seeing as no one has told me anything.
Oh, Trevor's been very clear and speaking out loud.
Saying, get there. Get her there.
No. We can't repeat stuff. Because I'm assuming the player wasn't paying attention.
I will return shortly. Like, I gotta pee.
I can see the orb from where I'm at, right?
You totally can see the orb. A purplish aura illuminates that side of the cavern. Oh, I guess I should also mention that the flames have died out.
Okay.
Ooh, the flames stay down.
Mm-hmm. Let's just start to cool myself. Just yeah. Gonna get up to the orb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Major
You
call.
don't have enough movement with a single action.
I can move here.
You're standing right here.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 40 squares of movement puts you right here.
Can I use a key movement to dash? Key point to dash?
Yes. Your 2 keys that you spent prior are back, as if they never left.
I love you, Nova. I'm gonna do that, get up close to it, and smack it.
Give me an attack roll, please.
Fuck!
Your
Hit those rolls.
quarterstaff hits the inanimate object, and it bounds away from you.
Okay.
Oh wait, it can't do that. You can't see it there. It's just gonna roll over here.
Cool. Up.
Oh wait,
Again.
Be right there. There we go.
Okay.
It's a little far for you to hit from there.
Okay.
Hey, use more round targets. This is awesome.
It's because I can't fucking hit it. I know what I need to do, but I can't fucking hit it.
Well,
Mhm.
you can't use your off and your a move to use your action, so I'm gonna move to Jacques.
Oh. Oh. Dang.
Jacques,
Thought it
what
was-
do you got for me?
I can move one more, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you can move right up next to it.
And I'm gonna do the thing that I kept doing beforehand that proved to be useless. But you know what? Whatever.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well-
Attack roll. You miss.
And no.
It
You
actually
son of
doesn't
a...
go
Denied.
anywhere. You literally missed it.
It's
Whoever
right
said-
to the wall.
It was totally still. It wasn't moving at all, and you just stabbed the ground right next to it, just like.
Whoever...
Maybe I walked up to it too fast and lost my foot.
Nixie looks over to you like, really? You can't hit a non-moving target?
I would glare at you.
Anything else?
No,
Corva?
just other than glaring at Alexa for pointing that out.
Okay. Anixia. Or, I'm sorry. Corva.
Corva.
It's your turn.
15, 30 feet. So, question real quick. If I were to grab the orb, like hold it, does that take an action? Or...
No. Interact with object is free once. You can just pick it up. No problem.
Okay.
It's not heavy.
Okay. So, I'll dash. And
Okay.
here.
It is now in
And-
your possession.
I am... Yeah, I'm not touching it. Well, let me explain. So, as I come walking here, I believe that that it'll just keep bouncing off our grip if we keep doing that. I'll hold it, and you do what you must.
I like this idea. I like it so much. All right. You are holding the orb.
Oh no.
I'll go ahead and put it right here so everyone can reach it.
Mm-hmm. So, in the hope that we have flanking advantage or some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll give you fucking. Trevor, go ahead.
I'm going to try to get Ren onto the disc.
Everyone's ignoring you. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's no problem. You can use your action, get her on.
Well, maybe if you weren't barking orders.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
she's
get
now
on the
on the
disc,
disc.
and I'm gonna start walking outside.
Okay. Your tensor's floating disc starts to follow you after 20 feet. We're narratively just going to walk you out. You follow the tunnel, and you do eventually reach the light, and you see the heavy rain and downpour outside in the forest. It is the cave's entrance. We're going to go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, 6, Yeah, so you can move 30 feet this turn because you used your action to hoist her up there.
Mm-hmm.
And on your turn and every turn after that, you can start dashing and make some headway.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll see what happens. Don't get a 1. Ren, death save, please. One success. You bought yourself some time.
Yay.
Anixia, it is right in front of you. While I would give you advantage if you... Okay, so here's the situation. Because Corva's holding it, you gotta be careful not to hit Corva. So while I would have normally given you advantage, and I still can, I'll let you swing it normally and totally forgo potentially hitting Corva. But if you want advantage, you'll have the greatest chance to hit the orb. But you'll also have the greatest chance of nailing Corva.
So the only reason I nail Corva is if I rolled too low, right?
If you rolled within a specific range.
I've just...
Basically equivalent to if you want to poke it, you chance poking her, but if you want to slap down, like slash straight down, then there's no real chance of hitting her hands.
Alright, I'll do straight hit.
So normal? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. It hits. It's a very loud and resounding crack. The sphere
damage?
itself doesn't crack, though.
Oh.
Corva, you barely hang on to the object as it is smacked in your hands.
Do I roll damage?
Yeah. Doesn't do anything. You can do your offhand attack as well.
Alright.
And that most certainly misses. It is ineffective. Jacques, you can try. As again, advantage to totally hit the orb, or potentially hit Corva, or regular hit, and not risk hitting Corva.
I'm gonna grab it.
Well, Corva's grabbing it, so I guess you guys can hold it together if you like.
It's so romantic!
Apparently, that just because of your reaction, that's probably not gonna do anything. So,
What would you like to do?
What would your character do?
what would my character do? I mean,
You like shinies.
I do like shinies.
It's really shiny.
Just
It is
grab
really-
the orb.
Steal it from the place.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm just gonna grab the orb and run out with it. Like it's my ball. My shiny thing.
Corva, are you going to allow the thief to take it, or is it a contested action?
I don't even know what to think anymore.
I mean, the one thing I haven't done is trying to get it out of there. Not intending to steal it. I'm just trying all my options.
It's a good option.
Well, since he is so talkative about it, I'm going to contest.
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't talk.
Okay,
No, I was the one
Exactly,
that's talkative.
sarcasm.
so, Jacques, you need to make a sleight of hand, and Corva, you need to make a sleight of hand to contest, or athletics, either or. Alright. Jacques, you take it out of Corva's hands. I guess she wasn't anticipating force from that angle. So you pop it right out. It is now in your possession. What do you do?
I run for the exit.
Okay, do you use your tabaxi speed?
Absolutely.
Okay, you may move 6 squares down the way.
Huh?
Alright. Trevor, you feel an ominous presence coming up behind you. Corva, what do you do in response?
Wait. Did she just? Oh, you were just.
She just yonked the orb out of your hands and bolted.
Yeah. You haven't. In the map, the orb was behind, so for a second I thought she ran just alone. Which I was like, what?
My shiny thing.
Oh, I can't even reach her with dash. Oh wait, never mind. I can. Jakku, what has come into you? Jakui, sorry.
Well, I mean, Jakku is
That's-
probably more appropriate because Jakku sounds like something else.
Jakuth. It's how you pronounce it, Jakuth.
Jakku. Yeah, it was Jakku.
I remember.
Yeah. So I moved there. That's
Dashing?
dashing.
Trevor, you feel like you're being pursued by an ominous presence, but you may continue moving.
I
I
am
have to into
going.
This is good.
Like, even a momentary glance back, you see the purple aura a lot closer than it was.
Oh god. What's running through Trevor's head? He has no idea what just went on.
Before dashing, I'm going to call back. If you bring that out, I will kill you.
I will
And then I'm
contest.
going-
Well, on your turn, you can. So, Trevor, you have said your piece. Anything else?
I'm going to make a mad dash towards the exit with the thing
Yep,
using my
you
action.
You are already out of the cave. You're probably in the trees by now, looking back. You're not overly far, but you're definitely covering some ground now. And the tensor disc is floating after you as best as it can. Ren, I need another death save. I believe you have one fail,
Yay!
one success.
Yep.
2 successes. Things are looking good. Anixia, what do you do, seemingly left behind?
Alright. Movement speed is 40. So,
So you can cover 40 feet in a single move.
yep. Bonus action to move in front of Jaquith.
No.
Key point used.
Alright, last one.
Yep. And quarterstaff just knocked the orb out of her hands.
You can try. It's a contested.
Mhm.
So make me an athletics check. Jakeith, you can make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
What? I can't do acrobatics?
No.
I'm not trying to yank it out of her. I'm trying to hit it out of her.
Doesn't matter. This is how disarms work. You
Oh.
fail horribly. The nimble thief is too thiefy.
It's like, just let it go!
No, this shiny.
Let it go!
Oh no! And this was the day where Jakui turned into Gollum.
I am going to be ignoring everything and just hauling ass out of there. And as soon as I'm out, I will let the spear go.
Huh?
She'll
I'm gonna drop
drop
the
Gonna
spear.
let it go
As soon as she exits.
you get outside.
When I'm exit and on grass, I will let the ball go.
How about you give me a wisdom save? As yes, you can totally make it to grass in this turn. Give me a wisdom save, please. Your flaw says no.
Okay, I won't let it go then. It's my shiny thing now. It's like possessed fucking dumb. I can't even speak. I'm laughing too.
So anyway, you can keep running.
I'm gonna keep
Corva,
running.
You could opportunity attack one another, but I don't encourage it.
Yeah, I won't. Like,
So you're just gonna chase the kitty?
yeah.
I'm.
Well, you get left
Can I-
behind.
hold on,
She has
hold on.
faster movement than you do.
Hold on. Can I grab her tail?
That would be an attack roll.
Oh.
Do it.
As in a grab, a contested grab. So
Ah.
Do I do acro again to move V?
yeah. So the grabber.
No, I won't. I
makes-
won't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that.
Anything else?
I will follow her though. Like,
As best
constantly.
as you can, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like constantly yelling. What are you? Why are you doing this? What has come into you? Talk
I'd,
to me.
I'd imagine that I'd be out of the cave already. Yes?
Yes, but
Yes.
she's. They're hot on. We're hot on your heels.
I'm running.
What is your normal speed again? Is it 30?
It is 30, but I think someone has a 40.
Mm-hmm. That's
the
me.
monk does. So the monk's gonna regularly catch up to you, but right now it's Trevor's turn.
Mhm.
Trevor, your efforts are to naught. You aren't moving nearly fast enough to make the tensor's disc float far enough away for any potential salvation for Ren. They are sabotaging your efforts. It is very clear. There is no doubt in your mind that them pursuing you with the orb is going to prolong whatever effect Ren is under.
I did give them fair warning. Well, specifically Jack Heath, or whoever is actually running with the orb.
Jakeith.
Jiki.
Oh, I know, but
Okay.
I'm only aware of the orb itself coming down the way. So,
Floating by
since it,
itself.
since it continues to come with whoever is actually carrying it while I'm trying to sprint away, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to whip my fucking staff out, and I'm going to shoot at the orb with a magic missile.
Yes.
Okay. The orb gets pelted by
Mm,
all
do
your
I,
missiles or just the one?
All three.
Okay,
That way
does
they
my
know
mental
it's
state
serious.
make me want to protect this thing?
You
No.
holding it means that you are. I mean, it's a pinpoint accuracy. There is no chance it's going to hit you. It's going to go directly for the item.
Okay.
So there's not really anything you can do to stop it with this particular character. So all hits connect. Nothing happens.
Hee.
All right. I'm assuming Trevor will continue to run though.
Yes.
Ren, a near nerd death save.
3.
Final one? 3?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, you're sustained. Next turn, you eventually wake up on the floating tensor. Your nightmare is over.
Yay! Are we out of turn order?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're at turn order.
I will eventually catch up to Jack, and I want to acrobatics knock her to the ground.
I will contest.
There is no acrobatics knocked to the ground.
Hmm.
If you wish to attack,
It's the
her, you
athletics.
can.
It's the athletics thing.
Do you want to do the special attack roll to try and knock her prone?
Yeah.
I will contest
Go
if I
ahead.
can.
You can.
Acro?
Yeah.
Acrobatics?
Yeah. Mm.
Hmm.
Nova?
You guys get to go again.
Alright.
Mm. Damn it. Fucking bitch. Couldn't
back to Ren. Ren, your eyes slowly awaken to the soft greens and gray skies of a rainy forest, tranquil and peaceful. You're floating weightless. Are you dead? Is this heaven? You do not know. Looking over, you see Trevor by your side. He seems exasperated. You also hear the shenanigans of your comrades not far off. Perhaps you had a bad dream. What do you wish to do?
I honestly don't know. I'll sit up and look at Trevor and ask what just happened.
Magic. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Give me a few moments.
You just see Anixia chasing Jackie, saying, "Let go of that fucking orb."
And you witness shenanigans in the background as you sit up. Trevor's catching his breath. Jakeith, what are you gonna do?
Do you want me to roll another wisdom check?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, there's no reason for you to put it down. Everyone's awake. The thing feels dreadful, but I mean, you got shiny on the brain, so
You want to keep holding it?
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. You guys believe you have the item that has been driving things crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
At
gonna
least
keep
on the
holding it.
hellscape you've all experienced now. You totally understand what likely happened to the fallen soldiers inside the cavern. They likely succumbed to whatever torments came upon their minds. Those of you that inspected the bodies may have not noticed it, but there were bite marks and other damages to the body that likely came after their demise. You think that whatever got to the boar, the wolves, it was likely this thing tormenting them, twisting them, giving them a certain hatred for people, a certain hunger. But now you have the source of the problem. You believe that how you deal with this item is going to dictate what happens to this forest, probably. We're going to go ahead and end right there.
Yay!
Oh.
I was gonna go back into there and desecrate the altar.
That's fine.
Alright,
Next time, maybe.
thank you for those who watched the stream tonight and all the hilarity and stupidity that ensued. See you guys for the next session of the Watery Grave.